Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So today I'm finally getting around to filming my full face using Nude Stix. I'm so excited because Nude Stix has really become one of my favorite brands in the last few months. I was first introduced to Nude Stix around 3-ish years ago, and the first few products that I picked up from them I wasn't super impressed by, but as the brand grew and launched newer products, I've really fallen in love with them, especially their blushes and their lip products. They're my favorite. So before we get into the video, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. So first product I'm going to be going in with is the Nude Stix Nudies Tinted Blur Stick. I have the shade medium 4. I've had this a while now. It's really weird. Sometimes I apply it and I absolutely love the way my skin looks, and others I apply it and it just looks like it's sitting on top of my skin and it just like feels really strange. So I don't know how I feel about that. I haven't used this in a really long time because of that. It's a product that I have a love-hate relationship with, definitely. It's weird, but we'll see how it goes on today. And I did put just a little bit of moisturizer underneath so that they don't have a primer or anything. So it's super light coverage. So I'm gonna just apply an initial layer, and I don't ever put anything on my forehead here because I have bangs covering them all day, just if you're curious. And the initial layer looks pretty good actually. It actually looks like it's sinking into my skin today. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more right here where I have a little bit of redness. Okay, I actually really like how this is looking today. Leaves kind of a satin finish. It's not dewy, but it's not matte as well. It just leaves like a really nice skin finish. I really like how that's looking. Next, I'm gonna go in with their concealer pen. I also grabbed the shade medium 4. I've never tried this product before. The thing with Nude Stix that I find a little bit annoying is that they're very expensive and you don't get too much product in each little thing. Like for example, their little nudies thing. This one has 7 grams or 0.25 ounces of product in it, and they all come in these tins, and I doubt these tins are inexpensive to make, so I kind of wish that they would discontinue the little things. I know that a lot of people use them for multiple reasons, but for me personally, I saved one and I put the soap I use for my soap brows. I feel like if they cut down on the boxes, then they could cut down the price because they're quite expensive. For this, I'm going to blend out one side with brushes and the other a beauty blender. I'm actually going to go wet my new beauty blender. Very exciting day. New beauty blender, who dis? I usually like blending out my concealers with a beauty blender. That's just my personal preference, but I'm gonna see how this goes. That blended out very beautifully and it has quite a lot of coverage. I'm pretty impressed, and it's very smooth under there. So let me know what you use your Nude Stix tins for, because I always feel bad for putting them in the recycle bin. I think I prefer this side that I blended it out with a brush. It looks a lot more smooth. This one looks a lot sheerer, which makes sense because beauty blenders usually make things look a little sheer. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, and I'm just gonna blend that out with a brush. Yeah, definitely a brush concealer to get a little bit more coverage. But that shade is really good. I used medium 4 for both base products. This is the Nudies Bondi Bay. This is one of the first products I ordered from them, and I found this to be a little bit too red for me, but I do have a little bit of a tan, so we'll see. I can always pull this off when I have a little bit of tan, so I think it's gonna work out. I do prefer the Milk Baked Bronzer far more than this one, and the Milk one you get a lot more product. And I'm going to just add a little bit on my nose as always. I prefer to bronze up my face in the spots that naturally bronze up when you're in the sun. I think it just looks a lot cuter. And I'm going to blend that out with this Smith 115 brush. This formula is a lot more balmy compared to the Milk one, if you are familiar with the Milk one. I applied a little bit too much, so I'm gonna go in with my brush that I use for foundation just to take that down just a little bit. Okay, that color is actually pretty good for my skin tone right now. How was your guys' weekend? I guess this is going up on Wednesday, but this past weekend I was in Drumheller. My boyfriend was doing a short film. I was the makeup artist on set, and we did a few hikes. Everything turned out amazingly. We had such lucky weather. It's been so rainy. We have been having the weirdest weather. It'll be super sunny 1 second, and then you'll turn around and it's pouring like crazy. But we were really lucky. Whenever we were finished filming for the day, it would start pouring. It was like the weather was on our side. So it was such a beautiful weekend. I had so much fun. We really like how that bronzer is looking right now. Honestly, I'm a big fan of how my skin is looking in general. This is looking really, really good. I'll zoom you up so you can see kind of the texture. It's nice and glowy. Everything is just looking really nice and hydrated and healthy. Now I'm gonna go into the Illuminati, and I was actually pretty disappointed in this. I didn't realize that it has kind of a pink shift to it. This one is very balmy, so I haven't used this in a really long time. I just remember being kind of disappointed in it, but maybe my tastes have changed. This reminds me a lot of the Deck of Scarlet face gloss I just used in the video, my new products video I just posted last week. It looks identical, and I wasn't a fan of that. I don't know. I think it just really looks like my skin is just oily. Still not a favorite. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day. I am going to be doing a few checkups in this video. I am going to go plant shopping. Shocker. If you live in the Edmonton area, my favorite greenhouse is Greenland Garden Center. They just posted on their Instagram that they restocked on all tropicals and cacti and everything I love. So I'm gonna head over there as soon as I'm done filming this. I think I'm gonna move on to their brow products. I have never tried their brow products. It's kind of cool. They have one side is the pencil and the other side is a gel, which is really neat. Just going to kind of brush them upwards with my finger. The shade is a little bit lighter than what I would usually go for, but it's going on quite effortlessly. It kind of just gives more of an effortless brow look. It's not super defining. Kind of goes on soft. This would be a really good product if you are doing a no makeup kind of look, because it gives a really softened brow look but still fills them in. I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. I did use the brow gel side one day, I don't remember when, but it is the strongest eyebrow gel I have ever come across. It's wild. It's like almost comparable to Soap Brows. It's whack. And it stays all day. And I like how the spoolie is nice and really thin, so you can get a precise application, but it's also quick because it's kind of long. They don't have an eye primer, but I think I will add one just because I need this to last today. I'm going to apply some of this Urban Decay Original Eyeshadow Primer because it's see-through and I just don't want too much coverage all the way up to the brow. For the eyes, I'm kind of in the mood of doing an all matte eye, so I'm going to use two of their magnetic matte eye colors. I have the shade Chocolate and Terra. So I'm first going to use the shade Terra with a Smith 232 brush. So what I like to do with these magnetic eye pencils is I don't really like applying them directly onto the eye because I feel like that's when you can really apply too much product and then you get flustered. They also kind of dry quickly. So what I like to do with them is I take them on the back of my hand and I melt the product, and with the warmth of your hand it's going to make the product a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to take this little patch right here, kind of circle my brush into that product and then go in with that. These are really good if you have oilier lids because they set down and they don't budge. They're incredible for that. I'm gonna focus this in the crease and above the crease, kind of heading towards the brow bone, just for a really diffused look. And then I'm going to take a smaller Smith brush, this is the 230, and I'm going to do the exact same thing but with the shade Chocolate on the back of my hand. I'm going to just go directly on with the pencil near the lash line because that's where I want the most pigmentation, and I'm just going to take my ring finger and blend that out really fast. And then I'm going to go in with the brush just to smoothen out everything. And I'm just going to go directly in with the pencil on my lower lash line, mostly focusing on the outer third because that's where I want the most definition. And then I'm going to quickly blend that out. I'm just taking this Anastasia A14 brush. And I'm just going to drag whatever product is left on that brush down here towards the inner portion. And I forgot about an inner corner highlight. I'm going to use the shade Lilith in these magnetic pigments, and I'm just going to apply that directly on and just blend it out with my finger. So far I'm really happy with how everything is looking. I'm not used to my brows being this light. I think maybe I could have gotten a pencil a little bit deeper, but so far everything else I'm really happy with. I'm especially impressed with the tinted blur stick today. I feel like it made my skin look really nice. I just spent the last 10 minutes trying to find the Nude Stix mascara and I think I lost it. I don't know, and I just decluttered my whole drawers and I cannot find it. I must have left it on a trip or something, but I do really like their mascara. It's reminiscent of the Glossier Lash Slick, but a little bit more intense. It's more of a lengthening mascara than a voluminizing. But anyways, I'm really sorry that I'm not going to be showing that product in this video. I'm just going to go quickly apply some mascara. I'm just going to use the Too Faced Damn Girl, the one I've been loving so much lately. So I'll be right back. And here are the eyes all finished. I absolutely love the way that my eyes look today. Now that my eyes are finished, I do wish that my brows were a little bit deeper. I really love their magnetic eye colors. When you first work with them, they are a little bit challenging, especially if you're working directly onto the eye, but if you use the technique with melting it a little bit on the back of your hand, you'll have a lot more luck with the product and it'll work a lot better for you. Now moving on to my favorite part, blush. For my blush, I do have the Nudies Blooms, but I kind of feel in the mood to use the Nudies Matte in Sunset Strip. This one's my favorite of their matte blushes. I love them. I've been using the Blooms so much lately and I've mentioned them a few times on my channel, so I just want to re-mention this one because I still have so much love for this one. So I'm just going to apply a lot of this. Actually, I was going to say a little, but I'm going to apply a lot. And I'm going to just blend that out with my finger because the warmth of your finger really helps blend these products out seamlessly. Kind of a neutral coral shade, a little bit on the deeper side. It just really mimics the shade of a sunburn, and I love those kind of blushes. I know it's not for everyone, but I really enjoy the look of a sunburnt look. I don't know why, it's so cute to me. I guess just because it's super natural and it's just like reminiscent of a good beach day, fun day in the sun. For their lip products, they offer a wide range of finishes, which is really fun. This is their newest lip product launch. It's the Lip Glacés. They're gorgeous. My favorite shade is Nude 04. This one lives in my purse at all times. It's so nice and minty and refreshing and so nice on the lips. It feels really nourishing. It's just a really good one. And I also have a bunch of their stick lip products. I have a few of their formulas. I have the magnetic matte lip colors, the gel colors, the lip and cheek pencils, and their intense formula. None of these shades really match the blush I used today, but I'll swatch some of my ultimate favorites. My favorite magnetic matte lip color one is the shade Boho. It's one of those brownish nudes. I really love this shade. I wear this one to death. So good. And for their gel formula, I love the shade Pulse. It's just a nice mauvey pink, very neutral, very glossy. Feels really beautiful on the lips. My favorite intense matte shade is Purity. It's just a really cute, cooler toned pink. Those are my favorites. But today I'm gonna use this lip glacé in the shade Nude 04. And here's the finished full face look. I really love how it turned out. The only thing that I wish was a little bit different is the brows. I wish they were a little bit darker, especially because I wear glasses and I also have bangs. But other than that, I'm really happy with how everything else turned out. I feel like my skin looks amazing. The highlighter is still not a favorite, but now that it has settled down, it doesn't look as oily. It looks more like a nice highlighter. So I'm happy with that. I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't use any powder at all because they don't have one. So we'll see how everything turns out. I don't use too much powder to begin with, but I use just a tiny bit under the eyes right here where I get creasy, because right here for some reason is really oily for me. But we'll see. Also very excited on how good the tinted blur stick looks today, because the last time I used it, I absolutely hated the way my skin looked. It looked so nasty. So I'm going to keep on using this. I'll update you on my thoughts in a future video. I am going to be doing some checkups, so I'm going to see you then. I just finished up at Greenland Garden Center, and I'm so excited of the plants I got. Here, I'll show you quickly. I got this huge monstera. I got this one because it has fenestrations, and there's also a huge new leaf coming in. I'm so excited about it. And I got this lemon lime maranta. I love these things. It's a prayer plant, so at night it moves and sometimes it makes noises. It kind of freaks me out, but I love them so much. It looks like a work of art. And then I got a fern, as well as a bunch of like soil additives like fertilizer and that kind of boring stuff. But anyways, let's take a peek at the makeup. I did realize that I forgot to mention what time I finished my makeup at. I didn't even check my phone, but I checked the footage and I finished around 2, and it's now 4:20, blaze it. But anyways, let's take a peek. I have a little mini mirror here, so I'm gonna take off my glasses and we'll see. So I'll zoom you guys in so you can see here. This is probably better. So the eyes, I've definitely was pretty sweaty in there, and there's no creasing on the eyes, but there's a little bit of fading. I've never experienced this with these magnetic matte. Maybe I applied too much, maybe I layered on a little bit much, but still, this has never happened. I think maybe just because I got a little extra sweaty. Not bad for my glasses, like where my glasses sit and rest. Not super bad. I do look a little oily, but overall not horrible. I'm surprised that there's not any creasing under the eye right here. Like there's a little tiny bit, but it's not as evident as usual. Usually I set a little bit and I still get a little product buildup under there, but surprisingly not like usual, so I'm pretty impressed about that. Brows, still really light. I feel like it doesn't even look like I have product in there. Not a fan of that, but otherwise pretty impressed. But I will catch up with you guys in a few hours. It is now 8:32. You can't really tell, my background is a little bit distracting, but I look a little oily, a little tired. It's only 6 hours in, but I think I'm gonna end this video here because all I want to do is jump in the tub and watch Stranger Things, because I haven't watched the new season yet and I'm really excited about it. But anyways, the skin Could use a little bit of powdering. I'm surprised it didn't break up. It definitely faded around the mouth because I was eating and I also touched my chin a lot. Like I rest my hand on my chin a lot. So right here is a little bit faded. The eyes didn't crease. Here, I'll zoom in. On the lids, it didn't crease, just kind of faded. I guess it does look kind of like a crease mark. Kind of just turned blotchy. I wonder if that's just because of the eyeshadow primer I used today, because I've never experienced like this before, and I use the magnetic eye products a lot in my everyday life, so I wonder what happened there. Maybe there's some inconsistencies throughout the shades, maybe, I don't know, but I'm gonna blame it on the eyeshadow primer I used because this has never happened to me personally. For the concealer, the coverage stayed, but it kind of did end up creasing in these areas here, which I was expecting since I didn't even set. All in all, I'm really happy. I still feel like I look okay. I could go on for a few more hours. I would just need to do a little bit of touch-ups. I usually do touch-ups, but I just decided not to do touch-ups at all for this video just to really see what would happen. So that concludes today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you would like to see next, and also please subscribe if you haven't already. It means so much to me. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!